Hello, my name is Victoria Butcher and welcome to my presentation on the role of error sensitivity in evaluating others. My study focused on whether or not stereotyping errors would lead people to judge individuals more harshly and negatively. So what are stereotyping errors? Well, let's start with the errors themselves. According to signal detection theory, a miss error is when someone fails to detect a certain target when it is present. For example, a miss error would entail someone not realizing that there is a fire when there actually is a fire. A false alarm error is kind of the opposite. False alarm error is when someone detects a certain target when it is not actually present. For example, if someone detects that there is a fire, there is no actual fire. These errors can also be used in stereotyping. For example, a miss in stereotyping would be when an individual does not attribute a stereotype to someone when that stereotype is actually present. A false alarm error in stereotyping would be when an individual does attribute to a stereotype to someone when that stereotype is not actually present. Research has shown that those who are particularly bothered by general false alarm errors tend to disapprove of stereotyping to a greater extent and also view the use of stereotypes as more immoral. I wanted to know whether or not someone making one of these errors in stereotyping would impact others' judgments. For this study, I primarily focused on the stereotype that African Americans are sometimes seen as less intelligent than people of other races. We hypothesized that those who are more sensitive to false alarm errors will rate the target in our scenario more harshly and negatively. We had 201 Florida State University participants answer a series of questions to calculate their overall sensitivity to each type of error. These questions that we use can be seen in Table 1. Each participant was then randomly assigned to either the miss or false alarm condition. They then read a scenario based on their assigned error, which can be seen in Table 2, and were asked questions regarding their judgments about the teacher, including morality, the overall situation, which asked how much the situation bothered the participant, and how the student should feel afterwards. Both of our scenarios included a teacher making either a miss or false alarm error regarding an African American student that results in the student either failing or doing well on an exam. We did find that people were generally more upset in the false alarm condition, especially African Americans. People in the false alarm condition did tend to rate the teacher lower on scales measuring her morality. People in the false alarm condition also thought that the teacher should be punished more. These results could be because stereotyping is often seen as immoral. Our work shows us how people are more affected by stereotyping when they are not accurate. One interesting thing we found in our project was that people were more bothered by the stereotyping than the student doing badly on their exam. This could be an interesting topic for future discussion.